Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. This is really sad and painful. This happened in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. And this is a pastor. It will shock you to hear what this guy did to his wife. And he's the co-founder of Victor's Church in Ilorin, Kwara State. And he goes by the name Folayemi Richard. And this guy, his wife, currently pregnant. And he beat up his wife to coma over a rift between them at their residence in Ita, Olodan Upper Gaa-Akanbi in Ilorin town. See how the extent this man can go, knowing that this can endanger the life of the unborn child and his wife. He didn't bother, that didn't stop him from carrying out this very horrible act on his pregnant wife. And the wife said that this incident just occurred when their wedding was just 3 months old and her pregnancy was just a month old. Isn't this very painful? How would you treat a pregnant woman like this? Beat her to coma. Also, last year, September 26, 2020, they got married. That was exactly when they got married. And they have been living together as husband and wife. Also, when their wedding was a month old, that was when this terrible crisis occurred. And they had a disagreement. Suddenly, he ordered her to stand up and that he would take her to the hospital where he would dump her. And from nowhere, he just started insulting her parents and she cautioned him. Nobody would like to see or hear you insult their parent or their family member and just keep quiet. They would want to stop you and say, no, that is not right. You should stop it. And then when she had told him to stop insulting her parents, he now slapped her and began to beat her up. Like she doesn't have a say. It's not her right. He has the right to say whatever he wants to say about her parents and she shouldn't stop him. And he then went further. Look at how mean this guy can be. And this is a pastor, a man of God. He now got a cable wire, which they use for speakers in church. And he started flogging this matured woman with this cable wire. Isn't this outrageous? Isn't this going too far to the extreme? He's relating with her like he is just relating with maybe someone that has stolen something. These are the street thieves. Thieves are being flogged seriously. And he didn't even stop there. She started shouting, and knowing that this woman is pregnant, she kept on screaming until she became weak. Definitely she'll be weak because this is a pregnant woman. It's not easy, and that first month, all those first trimesters are usually very difficult for pregnant women. So imagine what she might have been going through with her health and the unborn baby. Then this man had to carry out this horrible act on her. And then out of that struggle, she now dashed out of the house. He still ran and followed her and started dragging her on the ground. See how painful this man kept this lady in a very difficult situation, and saying that he didn't want to marry her and that he didn't want that marriage again. Is this how you should act and treat your wife, even as a pastor whom you should know better? At least with all your knowledge from the Bible, with all your knowledge about God, with all your knowledge of all the instructions you give to your church members, yet you turn around to treat your own wife like she is some sort of a creature, dragging a woman on the floor, a pregnant woman. And at this time, people had already gathered and they were even begging him that he should stop. After locking her out, he now went to her parents. And then when he came back again, he ordered her to leave his home. He now went to her parents to go and narrate a story. Probably, who knows the kind of story he must have told her, because he must have told the parents. Because you can't go and tell a parent that your daughter misbehaved and I beat her. He would definitely say it in such a way that it would suit him. And as such, right now, the wife has also laid a complaint. Her name is Odunola. She has laid a complaint to the National Human Rights Commission to seek justice over the matter. And she also alleged that her husband had denied her access to move her belongings from the house, which is another wicked thing again. You have chased this woman out of the house, then allow her to pack her things. Now it's a no-no for him. He doesn't want her to take those things away from the house. She added that even her certificates and other valuables are still in the house. Isn't this the height of wickedness? After chasing your wife away from the house, then you expect her to stay empty-handed without her personal belongings. How mean can this pastor be to this extent? Owing to the fact that she is carrying his own child. At least that would have even given him some room to pause back and ask himself some questions. You see, the way some people react when it has to do with their wives, some men, you'll be wondering if this is really their wife or some strange being that they are seeing. Maybe they are seeing a different creature, not their own wives. How can a man who knows that his wife is pregnant, you beat her to the point that she loses her strength and even goes to coma? You drag her on the floor. I think this pastor man went extremely far. You don't do that to any woman at all. No matter how much you hate the woman, you don't do that. You don't carry out horrible acts like this. Okay, now what is he going to tell his congregation? Will he tell them that he just chased his wife away from the house? Or is he going to narrate what happened to them and what led to him chasing his wife out of the house? You know, sometimes some of these men of God, once they carry out horrible acts on their wives, they tend to cover the real thing that has actually happened, knowing that they have congregations to keep and to maintain in the church. I think if this woman gets justice, that would be very, very good, because it's very painful to hear that a pregnant woman will go through this kind of a pain, and not just from one random person, but from her own husband who professed love to her own husband who stands on the pulpit to preach and to talk to people. Sometimes when you see some of these people act like this, you'll be like, are they reading the Bible upside down? Because this is not acceptable at all. What this guy had done to his wife, he really went to the extreme. He's acting like someone who wanted to kill her. But unfortunately, that did not happen. So what advice will he advise a couple who will now come and meet him to say they are having issues in their marriage? What is he going to advise them, owing to the fact that this is where he is with his own wife? Well, who knows? If it's in some cases, like in organizations or in some churches where you have other pastors, they would just suspend him, because this is a very horrible act. This is what people preach against: domestic violence. This is just 3 months. He even started beating her when their marriage was just a month old. Sometimes some of these men that exhibit violent activities, domestic violence on their wives, is it that these men concealed it and waited until they get married? Otherwise, I would say, if a woman observe domestic violence from a man while they are still courting, there is no point you force yourself to marry that particular man, or there is no point you force yourself to have a relationship with that kind of a man. And when some of them start hitting their wives, they hit her to the point that they want her lifeless body, not her being alive again. And that should never be the case. If you're not ready to settle down, then don't get married, because this didn't show that this pastor was ready to settle down. He was doing it like a thing of joke. You just go pick a woman, take her to the altar, and that is it. And then a month later, she turned out to be your punching bag. I'm happy that she has also consulted the human rights so as to get the justice that she deserves. It is so painful and so mean that a man will treat his pregnant wife like this. I'm glad that she is alive. That is the most important thing. I also pray that the child, even though he's a month old, you know, they are still forming. I just pray that the child too is healthy and okay right in the womb because he's still a growing baby. Well, who knows how he's going to present himself in the church, knowing that he has rendered his wife a punching bag for himself. Please, women, always tell yourselves the truth when you are in a relationship, when you start courting, even before you get married. Try as much as you can to know this person and be sure that no domestic violence act would come out of him until then. Otherwise, if you are seeing that this person has tendencies of domestic violence and you keep quiet after the whole relationship, you guys get married, you are still willing to stay with that kind of a person. In that situation, anything that happens to that lady, she would also be held responsible for her own life because all she is doing is just endangering her life to be with a man that has tendencies of domestic violence. Once a guy is abusive to either his fiance or his wife, it's an eye opener to let you know that you don't just feel relaxed and feel everything is okay. When you have someone who has that tendencies of domestic violence, even if he has not exhibited it, because some people, they take their time, they would not want you to understand whom they really are. So when the marriage has gone far to the point that you are just so much into the man or your husband, that is when he will now unleash out that pain and anger inside of him. Please, women, call for help. As soon as you observe or notice any form of domestic violence, don't wait until he beats you to the point you don't even have the strength. Make sure you call and make serious findings. There are ways you can test a man to know if he is a hot-tempered person or if he gets mad so much to the point that he can do something. Once you are able to ascertain this, you carry out all those kind of investigations and try to do things that you would bring out the other side of the person. Then you would know if this person is a domestic violent person or not, right from the courtship or the relationship. It is better you use that time to study the guy very well so that you'll be sure of what you're getting into. But these days is so bad that some men would not exhibit the domestic violence qualities when you guys are dating. But once you are married, then everything will come out in the open. Friends, what do you all think about this? Regards to this pastor who beat up his wife to the point he had placed her in coma. She has been in coma all this while. But thank God that she is out of the coma and being able to speak and narrate what just happened. It's so unfortunate and sad that this mother had to go through this even with her pregnancy. The ladies, call for help on time. Please study the person you want to marry very well while you guys are still courting, while you are still in the relationship. That is the only time that you can really study the guy very well. But like I said, in some cases, some men will conceal it and you can never suspect anything from them. Guys, please, if you have anything to say, you can put that down at the comment section. And please, there's another mistake that women make. They'll be like, okay, he will change while they get married. They've already suspected or seen the acts of domestic violence, but they still don't want to tell themselves the truth. And they will be telling themselves, he's going to change. I will make him change. It's difficult for you to stop a domestic violent man on your own. If you notice any slightest sign of domestic violence from someone you are dating, please leave the person alone. Don't gamble with your life. Your life is important. Some women have lost their lives today because they were in a domestic violence home and they sealed their mouth. They didn't want to say anything to anybody until their death surfaced before people knew what was really happening or what has been happening in that home. Please don't gamble with your life call for help, the earlier the better. Please don't forget to hit on the like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today, to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube, and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matt Pa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's Matt Pa there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He's going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class, every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher, who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class, and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class, starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, Matt Pa, he is the teacher, and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below, so please, you just click on that link and you will have access to Matt Pa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube, and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question, or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below, so you'll have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there. You can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to Matpa himself. This teacher, you will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to Matpa's Tube Mastery class, and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.